All right, gentlemen, how to stop DLVing yourself. The number one mistake that men are making with women. Guys, this is a huge mistake I see over and over again, and I'm telling you straight, if you make this one mistake, it is absolutely killing your chances with beautiful women. And the worst part is you don't even realize that you're doing it. Now listen closely, guys, because this is something that I have never broken down before. But once you see this, you cannot unsee it. It's gonna be like pulling back the curtain on your own self-sabotage. So here's what we're gonna do. In the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna break down exactly what a DLV is, and I'm gonna show you how you are dropping these little landmines left and right every single time that you open your mouth. And you're doing it in your conversations, you're slipping these into your text messages, even the way you stand there and just look at the girl and you talk to her, it is sneaking into every conversation. And it's very subtle, it's very sneaky, and it's draining all of the attraction out like a hole in the bottom of a rusty bucket. So if you've ever walked away from an interaction and you were like, damn, I mean, that started off okay, but what happened? Well, this happened. You DLV'd yourself and you didn't even realize you did it. Now, I'm gonna explain what a DLV is to you, but after today, that stops, guys. You're never gonna make this mistake again. We are going to purge this DLV curse forever. All right, so before we get into what a DLV is exactly, you gotta understand something very important, guys. That men and women are wired very differently from one another, the way we view attraction and the way we get attracted. So men here are like a light switch. You know, you're a guy, you know how it is. That light switch is either on or off. Men are very binary. You see a beautiful girl, she's got the nice curves, the beautiful smile, the big bright eyes, that nice skin, the long flowing hair, and you are pretty much instantly sold on her right away. You know within a couple seconds of seeing that girl whether you would sleep with her or not. The next thing about men is that men's desire doesn't fluctuate. It doesn't change very much. So you see that cute barista at the Starbucks and you decide right away, yeah, I'd sleep with her. Well, that doesn't change a week later. It doesn't change a month later. If your buddy is telling you, would you sleep with that girl? You'd be like, hell yeah. And I haven't even seen her in a month, but automatically I know I would sleep with her. That's very different from women. Women are more like a dial knob, a volume knob that goes up and it goes down from moment to moment. So she could be talking to you, a woman, and her dial knob could be turned very low. That attraction for you could be very low. Let's say a 1 out of 10. And then as she's talking to you, that dial knob can turn up 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. And then you suddenly say something stupid like a DLV, and that dial knob of attraction can now suddenly turn back down to a 1 out of 10. So a woman's attraction for you is not like a light switch. It's not on or off when she sees you typically. Instead, it fluctuates from moment to moment, from minute to minute. It can turn up or it can turn down. So the big question is, gentlemen, what is a DLV? Well, DLV, it stands for demonstration of lower value. And I know you guys are slipping these into your conversations all the time. I know it because I review your text messages. I know it because I'm listening in on your phone calls to review them. I know it because when you relate stories to me about what you say, I hear these DLVs slipping into your conversations. And these are not like these gigantic blunders that blow up the whole conversation. No, they're small. They're these small little mistakes. It's like death by paper cut. Death by 1,000 spoons. You don't even realize you're doing it, and that's why it's so insidious. So let's do a real world example here. Imagine the girl messages you, hey Bob, so how's your day going? What's going on with you? And you message her back, not much, Sarah. Just watching some television. I'm kind of bored, honestly. Now you think you're being honest there, you know, you're just a guy, you're just telling her what's up, what's real, but you just DLV'd yourself. You just did a demonstration of lower value, because what does that communicate? Oh, I'm bored just watching television. It tells her you do not have cool friends to hang out with, because why would you be watching TV if you had some cool friends? It tells her other girls are not hitting you up. Other girls are not interested in you, because why would you be watching TV by yourself and be bored if you had other hot girls in your life, so she has no competition there. You are undesired by other women. Maybe you don't have other hobbies or other cool things to do. It could communicate that you lack ambition, that you lack other interests. So you are just filling up your time with television because you're bored. It communicates so many negative things about you. Now you might be saying, but Jesse, it's the truth. I really am bored. I got nothing going on. I'm just watching TV. Why don't I tell her that? But this is what you gotta understand, guys. The truth kills attraction. The truth is not on your side. Giving her the God honest truth is not what's gonna create chemistry with the girl. You just gotta be aware of that. And it's kind of funny because we men don't see it the same way. Imagine you're messaging a cute girl and you ask her, hey Sarah, so what are you up to? What are you doing? And she messages you back, nothing. She says, I'm just here by myself, watching TV. I'm so bored, John. That is like the best answer you could possibly get. You want to hear from the girl that she's bored because that's your opening. That's your chance to get with her, entertain her, maybe get down into her pants, show her a good time. But it's not the same way for women. For women, it reveals that it's a DLV, a demonstration of lower value. Oh, I'm just bored here sitting on the couch watching reruns of the Three Stooges. It just shows her that you got nothing else going on, that other women are not competing for you, that you don't have cool friends to hang out with, that you don't have cool hobbies. You do not want to communicate that to her. So what you want to do instead is you want to DHV yourself, a demonstration of higher value, rather than a DLV, a demonstration of lower value. DHV yourself. For example, she asks you, how's your day going, Bob? You might tell her, yeah, I just got back from the gym, hit a new personal record. Or, yeah, I just went out with the boys, had some lunch, we're gonna hit the pool now. You want to convey to her that you are the adventure, that by hanging out with you, she would do a bunch of cool things. Her life would get better. You want to give her that feeling of FOMO, where FOMO kicks in, the fear of missing out. And feel free to just bend the truth a little bit, guys. Bend the truth if you have to, because remember, sometimes the truth kills attraction. Sometimes the truth is not on your side. Maybe you didn't just get back from the gym. Maybe it happened the night before. Maybe you didn't just go out to lunch with the guys. Maybe it happened the week before. Maybe you really are just watching Netflix and eating Cheetos, stuffing Cheetos into your mouth. You could kind of spin it in a slightly different way by saying, yeah, just recharging myself and caught up with this killer documentary. Just make it sound like a demonstration of higher value rather than a demonstration of lower value. So I'm gonna give you another example here. Imagine she asks you on a first date, so what do you do, John? What do you do for work? And you tell her, I hate my boss, he's a complete jerk. I'm just counting down the days until I can get out of there. Well, what did you just do? You did a demonstration of lower value. You just communicated to the girl, I got no future, I don't know what I'm doing next, I don't have steady work, I don't know where my life is going. Now as a guy, you think that's being honest, that's being vulnerable. Why not be honest? We're simple men. But the truth is, guys, like we said before, the truth is not on your side. Women, attraction is not like a light switch. It isn't on or off. It is like a dial knob that goes down and it goes up. And as soon as you DLV yourself, you're putting that dial knob down because that dial knob is changing moment to moment. So what you want to do instead is you want to DHV yourself, a demonstration of higher value. So when that girl on the first date asks you, okay, John, so what is it that you do? You're gonna tell her a better answer. Like you might tell her, Sarah, I love going into work every morning. I'm working on this incredible project with the other guys. And that positivity is gonna pull her in. She's gonna get curious all of a sudden. She might ask you, oh, what project are you working on? How many guys are you working with? Why do you like your job so much? So you want to be positive, guys. You want to lift the vibe. Your job when talking to a girl is lifting the vibe and injecting it with positive energy and warmth. So you got to remember, this is the golden rule. Everything you say is turning that attraction dial either down or it's turning it up because how the woman feels changes from moment to moment to moment. So the conventional wisdom you're gonna hear from the mainstream guys is just be honest with her. Just be real. Just be authentic. Women want you to open up to them and be vulnerable. But that is not the truth, guys. That is gonna get you sunk. The brutal truth is that honesty is gonna do you no favors, right? You're not after honesty. Women aren't screening you based on authenticity. They're screening you on your vibe. They're screening you on how you make them feel. They don't care about your honesty or the truth so much. It's more about how she feels. So instead of thinking of it as like stretching the truth or telling little white lies, the way you want to think of it is you are always leading the vibe. You are always leading the energy towards positivity. And if you take that kind of frame of mind, you will win every single time. All right, so let's take two different guys, two very different guys that communicate in two very different ways. And the first guy, he is the catch. He's tall, he's young, he's handsome, he works out, he's buff, he dresses well. His outer value is everything that a woman could want. But he cannot stop DLVing himself. Gentlemen, he keeps putting himself down in subtle little ways. He keeps talking negatively. Like the girl asks him, "Hey John, so what's up? What's going on with you?" And a DLV comes out of his mouth. "Oh, I got fired last week by my boss. What a fucking jerk. I hate him. Oh, my car is in the shop. What a clunker. It's gonna cost me money. Where am I gonna come up with the money? Yesterday I drank too much. I'm hungover today. I feel terrible." And guys, remember, every DLV you put out there is turning that attraction dial knob down. Because women's attraction for you changes moment from moment to moment. But then we take guy number two. He's average looking, average height, average looks, nothing special about him. But what he does do is he DHVs himself. He's always injecting value and positivity into everything he says. He's more mindful of keeping the vibe good. So she asks him, "So what's up, Bob? What are you doing?" And he plays it fun, he plays it cocky. He says, "Yeah, yesterday I went grocery shopping, ran into this woman, started talking to her. She gave me some free tomatoes, might have to marry her," right? Even if it's not completely true, maybe it's an exaggeration, but he's leading the vibe. And when it comes to women, it's vibe over facts. It's vibe over logic, where you wanna inject positivity and warmth into everything you're saying. And the result is that the woman's dial knob of attraction will turn up every single time. So you gotta remember this one thing, gentlemen. Women don't want to hear about your problems. She doesn't want to hear about your baggage. She doesn't want to hear about your complaints. She doesn't want to hear about your stress, your drama. She does not want to be your therapist. That is not the role of a woman. You should always be injecting good vibes, good energy, and DHVing yourself, right? She wants your fun vibe. She doesn't want the truth. She wants vibe over facts. She wants good vibe over logic. She wants good vibe and good feelings and positivity over the truth, right? Where you are leading the energy, nurturing the vibe, and always bringing it up, and DHVing yourself in the process.